It's me, your boy Blue Getcha Guy, and today I'll be talking about the newest cards coming out of the Dimension Force. Got it. I'll be talking about the newest Predaplant cards coming out of Dimension Force. Anyways, let's get started. First off, we have Predaplant Triantis, and it's a level 8 Dark Plant Pendulum Effect monster with 2400 attack and 1000 defense, with a pendulum scale of 8. Its pendulum effect reads, you can use cards in your pendulum zone as material to fusion summon a dark fusion monster as if they were monsters on the field. Now for its monster effects, if this card is used as material for a fusion summon, you can send to the graveyard or add to the extra deck face up. Now, if this is sent to the graveyard or added to the extra deck face up, you can place one predator counter each on a number of monsters on the field up to the number of monsters you currently control. And if you do, any of those monsters are level 2 or higher become level 1 as long as they have a predator counter. I wish most Predaplant monsters had that clause on it rather than just Sundew and Flytrap, and I think Stapelia. But of course, while they're on the field, they don't retain it for some reason. Anyways, next we have Predaplant Biplis, and it's level 1 Dark Plant effect monster with 0 attack and 1900 defense. And its first effect reads, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Predaplant monster from your deck to your hand, except Predaplant Biplis. The cool thing about this is it doesn't matter if this... Hold up. The cool thing about this card is it doesn't really matter if it was sent to the graveyard by a cost. You can send it off of a cost like your Super Poly or your Orphis Scorpio, and you can still just get its effect. And it's a searcher, so it's always good. Second effect, if a monster with a predator counter on the field. Reading. Second effect, if there is a monster with a predator counter on the field, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Automatically a really good card. It's a 3-of, no need to question it. Next we have Predaplant Buffalicula, and it's level 1 Dark Plant Pendulum Effect monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. And its pendulum effect reads, during your main phase, you can fusion summon one dark fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. So it's basically Poly. I just wish it wasn't in the form of a pendulum card, because I'm not a fan of pendulums in my non-pendulum decks. And for the monster effect, it reads, if this card is used as material for a fusion summon and sent to the graveyard or is added to the extra deck face up, you can add one face up dark pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand, except Predaplant I'm not going to say that name. Next we have Predaplant Ambu. Yeah, I'm not going to say that name either. And it's a level 5 Dark Plant Fusion effect monster with 1000 attack and 2500 defense, and its material requires 2 Predaplant monsters. If this card is fusion summoned, you can add one Predaplant monster or basically a Predaplant spell trap from your deck, graveyard, or face up extra deck to your hand, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice because, like, if you use that level, I already forgot the name of it. If you used this guy as material, you could basically just get 2 searches right off of a fusion summon. I mean, I'd still prefer that this deck basically got their own fight for patchwork, but I could also understand Konami not wanting to do that since, you could just add your Orpheus Scorpio and then abuse it in decks that have no business abusing it in. Or you could just put a restriction on it, making it locking you into Predaplant monsters or Dark Fusion monsters for the rest of the turn. But I'm not Konami, so I guess. And its second effect reads: you can target one monster your opponent controls with a Predacounter or one monster you control, tribute it, and if you do, special summon one Predaplant monster from your deck. That is pretty good, and this card also makes Predaplant Spinodionea still worth playing because normal summoning plays a counter. Also, again, that card should have also specified that monsters with Predaplant counters are treated as, level 2 or lower dark monsters. But it is what it is, I guess. Unless it is, and I'm just mixing them up for the Predaplants that make the level 2 or lower treated as dark monsters. Either way, Konami was pretty weird when it came to making this archetype. But I feel like I'm losing track of where I was or what I was doing. Oh right, you can tribute monsters with Predacounters on it, so it automatically makes cards like Spinodionea, like its effect more useful, even though you can't use it on things like Xyz monsters and apparently now Link monsters. This allows you to get around that. I mean, Hydra already did that too, as well as that one level 6 Predaplant tuner. But this is way better because it also allows you to special summon a Predaplant directly from your deck. So that's pretty nice. And potentially for no cost at all. Next and lastly, we have Starving Venom Predator Fusion Dragon. And it's a level 10 Dark Dragon Fusion effect monster with 3600 attack and 2500 defense. And its material requires one Dark Fusion monster plus one Fusion monster. And this card is always treated as a Predaplant card. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can tribute one monster with a Predator counter from either field, and if you do, negate that activation. Pretty nice. Second effect. If this fusion summoned card is sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you can target one dark monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also pretty nice. I do like how a lot of the Predaplant fusion monsters do typically float. Like I think, I know Starving Venom does, Greedy Venom does, that one that requires 3 material does. Now this one, it's pretty nice. Also, yeah, this is completely unrelated to the new support, but I guess it is kind of related because this new support also kind of further invalidates Verte Anaconda. Because I said it when that card came out that it was pointless for Predaplants and it was just abusable in everything else. And this is pretty much what I meant because it feels like even Konami realized it. It's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have made a Predaplant Link monster, especially when we made that one card called Predaplanning. Because basically it locks you into fusion monsters, thus making Verte Anaconda's existence kind of pointless. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about the new Predaplant counters. Damn it. The new Predaplant support cards. And it's been me, your boy Blue Guy, and I hope I edit this properly. And I'm out.